Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm E.rounds, and I'm the host of a new podcast called Sneaker Sanctuary, while figuring life out.
Yo, what's up, man? Welcome back to Sneaker Sanctuary, while figuring life out, episode 15, and I'm your host, E.rounds. Before we get into this episode, man, I just want to say thank you to all the women who support the podcast by either following our podcast page, listening to the videos, watching the videos, and just DMing us about, sneakers and fashion. I said this several times before, but Sneaker Sanctuary isn't a podcast for males only. We respect and value the opinions of women concerning sneakers, fashion, and life. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Out of 15 episodes, this is our fifth female guest on the podcast, man. So again, thank you to all of the women who support the podcast. But let's get into it, man. Like I said before, I have another super dope young lady on today, man. This woman is a college graduate. She has a boatload of sneakers. She used to work at one of the dopest resale stores here in Atlanta, and now she has a corporate job or whatever. So without further ado, welcome to the podcast. Kendra, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I appreciate you again for doing this. But let's get right into it, man. I'm going to tell a quick story. Then I want to get your input on something, all right? I know you're familiar with the sneakers app, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. So today I decided to go with the pine green Jordan 3s, and I actually got these joints hit these joints off the sneakers app. I don't know about you, but me, I take a lot of L's on the sneakers app, man, and I know a lot of people who take L's off their joint as well. So I just remember when these joints was coming out, I kind of put in my information, and I didn't really think too much about it. I was like, whatever, and I got the notification. It was like, yo, you hit. I'm like, dang, cool, whatever. But two-part question. Because I feel like, Jordan 3s are probably, top 3, top 5 of everyone's favorite silhouette. Mm-hmm. So two-part question. What are your initial thoughts on the silhouette of Jordan 3s, and have you ever hit on the sneakers app? And if you have, what did you hit on?
Jordan 3s are a classic. I love the silhouette. My favorite is the black cement, of course. I think that's the best one.
For sure.
Everybody should agree with that.
Yeah.
I love them. And then sneakers app, yes, but I don't think I've hit on anything crazy.
Okay, so what was it? Well, I mean, no, you can't just say. What you hit on that joint on? That you can remember?
It's basic stuff.
What's basic?
Maybe a Jordan 1 or a Dunk or something that I sold to buy something else.
Okay, I feel you, but I mean, at least you hit more than me, man. I hit once, but I actually have a friend who works for the sneakers app, and he, I maybe shouldn't be saying this, but he kind of told me it's analytics or something he was basically bro, if you just get on there and just play around, because now the sneakers app is crazy. It's a whole it looks like Instagram almost. It's crazy how it's set up now. He was like, bro, you just got to get on that joint. Play around on, obviously buy a little stuff here and there. So, that's kind of the little gem he told me. I don't know how true that is, but man, you got more luck than me on that joint.
I used to. I don't anymore. He's showing me I got some Off-White Air Maxes back in the day, but it's been a minute.
You got those off the sneakers app?
But a long time ago.
Bro, is she trying to be cat? I got the pine green 3s and she got the freaking Off-White Air Max. Yeah, what? It's no comparison.
When you're early in your account, they give you everything. So back then, I had just made that account. I started hitting on everything. It's been years since then, so now I hit on nothing.
I got you.
And I do everything you're talking about, too. I'll be watching everything, clicking on everything.
For sure.
Change for me.
Yeah, for sure.
But,
All right, let's get into it. First thing first, tell the people what's on your feet.
I'm wearing the Aleli May Jordan 6s today.
Oh, my God. I'm so glad you mentioned that young lady's name, bro. I love her, bro. Even the 14 she had. Do you have the 14s as well?
I don't. That's one of the ones I didn't get.
Man, we'll save this conversation for a little bit later, man. But women in streetwear are it's crazy now. And Aleli May is one of those. She's one of the at the forefront right now for sure.
Yeah, she's one of my sneaker idols, I would say.
No, for sure. I definitely agree with you on that. So, how did you get into sneakers though? You know what I'm saying? Because from a woman's perspective, because just based off your Instagram, you have a nice way of balancing, the streetwear look and the everyday look as a woman. So the girly look. So how did you get into sneakers? Did you play sports growing up, or just sneakers was always your thing, or what?
Yeah, they were always my thing, but I didn't always have them. I would say my story into getting into sneakers is a little bit different from other sneakerheads who are I came out the womb wearing sneakers. Mm-hmm. I wanted to come out the womb wearing sneakers, but my mom was like, I'm never going to buy you a pair of Jordans. And she never has in my entire life.
Oh, word.
Yeah, so she stuck to that. She just not into spending a bunch of money on sneakers. She thought they were overpriced, so she never bought me any growing up. And so I knew young that I was going to have to make money on my own to get fly. And I did play sports. I was a point guard playing basketball for a couple years.
Were you a bucket?
I had a little shot, but my handles were terrible.
Okay, I got you.
I couldn't do anything with my left. So,
I got you.
Yeah, so that was short-lived. Like, I wasn't finna go to college for it or anything like that.
So was this like middle school, high school type vibes?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I started in elementary school a little bit, but middle and high school I played for the teams.
Gotcha.
But that was a dead end after that. But, yeah, so basketball, obviously, you want to be wearing stuff. Like, you're going to want to wear Jordans, Kobe's, and KD's and stuff. LeBron's were all my era of high school, so you had to have them. But when I was young, like I said, my mom wasn't buying them for me. I saw my cousins. I was a huge tomboy. All my cousins had something on their feet at all times. I wanted to be like the boys. So once I could start making my own money, like any way hustling I could with adults, or like when I first got my job, I started buying sneakers.
No, I feel you. I definitely feel you on that. Similar story to you, man. Like, well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm the only child, so my mom used to spoil me rotten. Like,
oh, you're lucky.
Bro, I started early. I remember one of my first good pair of sneakers was like the Cardinal 7s from like, I don't even remember. I was like a legit though, for real. So yeah, my mom used to spoil me, man. So like, I'm not gonna lie, like I kind of started early, but similar path. You know, I feel like most athletes are into sneakers for sure. So I definitely understand you on that. Now, no offense, guys, but like all the women who've been on the podcast have a boatload ton of sneakers. So like, how many total sneakers do you have in your collection?
I'm probably gonna disappoint you on that one. So it's not a boatload. I've actually been downsizing. Okay. It's like maybe at this point like 30 to 40 something. But I'm more of like a 30, that's not a lot.
What 30
Other
to
people have like hundreds of sneakers.
That's true, but 30 to 40 is definitely a solid amount of sneakers though.
It's solid.
That's not like I'm thinking you about to say like 5 or 10. No, 30 to 40 is like definitely a solid amount of sneakers for sure. Yeah.
And I've touched a lot more. It's just
for sure.
I'm very picky about what I keep in my closet. So I'll get rid of it. Like I don't want to keep a bunch of stuff in like hoard sneakers. It's more about like having bangers in my closet.
No, I definitely feel you on that. So, like, do you remember your first good pair? Like I said a few seconds ago, like my first good pair was, I got two first good pair, man. Like my first good pair of sneakers was like the Cardinal 7s, and I remember like coming up maybe like middle school, high school, the Aqua 8s. Yeah, so like what, do you remember your first good pair of sneakers?
Yeah, my first good pair was the Bread 4s.
Ooh, I love the breads, man. I got the Bread 4s, the Bread 11s, like the whole bread colorway is crazy. Yeah. Super crazy for sure, but that's hard. So, do you mess with, like you kind of mentioned earlier, like Dunks, Jordans, you messing with Yeezy slides. What's the current rotation looking like? Or designer kicks?
No designer, no Yeezy. I'll say that off rip. I've never put a single Yeezy on my foot.
We have to get into that. Because me personally, I would say, and I said this before as well on the show a few times, but I say that's the only like pro like Yeezy has over like Jordan right now, like the overall comfortability of the shoe. Okay. I feel like, I mean, obviously we know Jordan is definitely goated. Like, we know that for sure, but like Yeezys are like walking on clouds to me, like, cause I'm in school too, and I be like on my feet a lot with like clinical and other things like that. So now I wear like Yeezy, like the Yeezy 700 foam runners and junk, and them joints feel like clouds. So
yeah, I wouldn't know because it's not going on my foot. So.
Why? What you have to talk like why though? Like why?
Since he left Nike, that's cliche, but I fucked with the Air Yeezys with Nike. Then he went to Adidas and started doing more of that runner look. I really didn't like.
Not one Yeezy brown box in your closet right now.
Never ever. Wow, I'm not gonna change it. Especially, tough. and I respect how he's pushing the boundary with like design, tough, but it's not for me. I'm not wearing it.
I was not expecting that, Kendra. I'm not gonna hold you. Yeah. I was not expecting that, but I definitely respect your opinion on that as well, though, for sure. Now let's talk about designer kicks a little bit, because on the last episode, I had my first pair of designer kicks. I'm not into the designer wave either, but I got a pair of Rick Owens. I've been wanting a pair of Rick Owens for a minute. I'm done. I'm similar to you. I don't really mess with the designer kicks, especially being in Atlanta too. You look around, it's like McQueen too much. So I'm done. I'm completely done. I swear, I'm done. Yeah. With Rick Owens, man, and the pair that I got is super exclusive. I got the ones that look like boots, but they don't have shoelaces. I have to show them to you when we finish. So, I'm super exclusive with it. But like, what are your thoughts on like designer kicks? Like, is it just like you don't mess with them as well, kind of like with Yeezy, or like what's your thoughts on designer sneakers?
I don't mess with them, but not for the same reasons as Yeezy. I just don't personally mess with Yeezys for my style, but for it, well, same thing. I don't mess with designer for my style. I think they're ugly, and overpriced. Like they're overpriced. They don't retain the value for the most part.
She said they're ugly.
They don't. They're clunky, big, ugly. Like they just they're not fly to me.
No, I ain't gonna lie to you, because I wear 11 and a half, 12, and my Rick Owens are like, you know, it's like in the, I guess like in Italian size or whatever, like 44 is like 11.
Ricks aren't bad.
Yeah, but no,
they're still not for me. But
my joints look like. I know you had like before, you had like a foot long from Subway before, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, my joints be looking that long. So I mean, they fresh, but you know what I'm saying, like, you know. But I do feel you on that. But like I said, I'm done. I just wanted to kind of get your input on the designer ways, because similar to you, man, I only got them joints because I've been saying it for so long that I was going to get a pair of designer kicks. But I'm done.
Are you gonna keep that pair?
Oh no, I'm definitely gonna keep them. Because I'm not no flex, man. I promise you. Every time I wear them joints, people are like, bro, what are those? Like them joints hard. Like I'm gonna show them to you when we get done. I promise you, I'm gonna show them to you when we get done. Like I've never seen nobody with these Ricks. I promise you, I've never seen nobody with these pair of Ricks. Okay. But yeah, I feel you on that. So like with you being a woman, like do you wear heels, sandals, like, or you just strictly like sneakers?
Oh, I have hella heels and sandals too, because I have my girlier side too. I got you. So whenever I need to go out with my girls or anything, I have plenty for that. But I'm a sneakerhead at heart. I'm always gonna have hella sneakers in my closet.
I got you. So with the heels though, do you have like a favorite brand of heels, or you just kind of just like whatever looks good?
Whatever looks good.
I feel you. I definitely feel you on that. You kind of touched on it a little bit, but like as of right now, like what's your personal current rotation of sneakers right now? Like what are you wearing every day?
Lately, I haven't been out too much because I work from home. So when I'm going somewhere, it's like more casual.
I got you.
So anything for comfort. I know you said Nike's not as comfortable as Yeezy brand, but the stuff that I typically wear is like the CPFM Vapor Max are a favorite
hard,
of mine.
For sure.
I have both Soleil Hubenbury and New Balance.
Bro, you got
they're super comfortable.
Yo. I've been saying this too. Like New Balance are making a comeback.
Yeah, for sure.
New Balances are hard. I got a few right now. I got like one pair of 550s, hard. Like you said, they're super comfortable as well. But Nikes are comfortable because my I got the pair of Nike Sakai's. I believe the pine green ones. I believe too.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I got that one. I love that shoe. Yeah. I absolutely love that shoe.
Got a good colorway before they started doing like all the corny colorways.
Exactly. Yeah. And yo, I put the black laces in that joint too. Mm-hmm. French kiss, man, chef kiss. That joint is crazy for sure, bro. That I do mess with the Sakai's. The Sakai's are pretty comfortable as well.
Yeah. That's
so no, for sure. So StockX Go. We talked about sneakers app a little bit. Have you ever copped from any of those secondary sites before?
Yeah, unfortunately, but that's like a last resort.
Which one do you? I want to hear your thoughts first, and I'm gonna kind of tag in here a little bit. Which one do you prefer? No knock, because I've copped from both as well, but it's one on my list that's below the other one. Yeah. But I want to hear yours first, because I want to sway your decision. I want to hear which one do you prefer, StockX or Go?
If I have to do one or the other, I think Go is a little bit better.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. StockX is. I'm not gonna say what I was.
Their reputation speaks to that anyway.
Yeah, exactly. For sure. Again, granted, I've copped from StockX several times, but GOAT for sure. Like if like you said, if I miss anything, I'm going to GOAT before StockX. Man, the timing on StockX is garbage.
Yeah. I would say timing is better with GOAT, and like the authenticity checking is a little bit better.
Yeah, thank the Lord this never happened to me, but I've been hearing like some people have, got caught. Well, not caught, but like you said, the verification process has been kind of with GOAT a little bit. Yeah. I mean, with StockX. So yeah, it's been a while since I've caught from StockX.
Good for you. I think you should spend more with local businesses.
No, for sure.
Like that.
No, definitely. I mean, since we already here, I caught from Good Times before.
Let's clap for that.
Yeah. I caught from Good Times before. I actually caught some shoes and some merch, like a Supreme hoodie and stuff. Like when I first moved here, I caught from like Good Times. before. And shout out to my boy back in the day, ATL. I caught for him as well. I got to get up with him again too. But yeah, I mess with the the locals. So how much are you willing to? Because I'm the type person, not counting anyone's pockets. I'm not out here pocket watching, but if it's a shoe, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe in, like if it's a shoe you really want, get it. Obviously the resale market is super crazy now. So it's a little bit more harder to get, certain shoes. So how much are you willing to pay for a sneaker? Like what's an amount you're like, I'm not going past this amount?
I would like to not go above like a 600.
Yeah, I feel you. That's a solid.
Still, it's
that's
hard
pushing
to,
it for real.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. That's definitely pushing it. But like, I ain't gonna lie to you, Kendra. I'm like, yo, where I'm gonna get it from?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I can't go to the mall and get it. So it's like, where I'm gonna get it from? So, I'm just like, I'm gonna get it, man. Like, I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna pay like anything like $2K. I ain't gonna lie.
That's insane.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm pushing $1K for sure. Like the Ricks were pretty.
Okay, but that's designer though. That's different.
But I missed out on. I should have even done this, but the fragments, man.
Yeah. The Travis Scott.
Yeah, the Travis Scott frags. The lows. I was like,
buy them?
Yeah. No, I bought them joints. I was at the crib. See, this was really getting me in trouble, Kendra. I just be at the crib sometime on my phone, hop on that joint. I be like, dang, I missed this, and just copy it. Then after I do it, I'm like,
you regret it or no?
Not really regret it. I just go to my bathroom, look in the mirror, like, bro, did I really just swipe my card for it?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, yo, look, you live once. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? If it's something I want, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna get it. I'm not gonna go super crazy. Like I said, I would never spend like $1K, $2K, super high. But like my boy, he in the city too. And he was like, yo, bro, I got these on. I'm like, yo, how much they going for? He was like, bro, you my guy, but I gotta let him go for like $950. I'm like, $950. All right, bro. So you know what I'm saying? I got them joints. So, but you know what I'm saying? So,
that's something that I told you, like in my closet, I'm very picky. So anything I hit on that I don't want, I try to use that as like a way to get the shoe I do want. Yeah, I'll just sell 3 sneakers and buy one banger, and then
see, I gotta get like you because I'm a hoarder. With my shoes, I'm a hoarder, man. I walk in my closet, man. I just like, it sounds crazy. I know. I walk in my closet, I'm like, man,
it's an obsession,
you know
for real.
So because I've been wearing the same size since like 10th, 11th grade.
Yeah, that's
so.
Trouble.
I got like I said, I got the Aqua 8s. I got the Fire Red 5s from 2016 without the 23 on the side. Like I got the Flu Games that came out like in like 2-3 cops ago. Like I got the Gamma 12s. I got the Gamma 11s. I got real like heat.
It's like history. It's nostalgic for you.
Exactly. So it's like I really just walk in my closet, just like being there joint sometimes, just like looking around, like, oh my God, bro, I really have this shoe. So.
Yeah, it's hard. You gotta. It's an obsession.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I did this a few times. I did it with the Gamma. I did it with the Gamma 12s actually, because I got 2 pair. And I went to like a sneaker convention or something back home when I was coming up, and I let him go for the low. And when I did, I'm like, bro, why did I? Because for certain shoes. I ain't gonna lie to you, for certain shoes, I need 2 pair. Like I gotta.
Oh no.
I got.
You got it bad.
No, like
I'm not like that.
No, like I need not all shoes, but for certain shoes, I need 2 pair. I need a pair to wear, and I need like a pair to just like just sit on ice for a few years. So with the Gamma 12s, I let them joints go for like the low, and I was so mad at myself. I'm like, bro, you just let these joints go for like right at retail. So I eventually got them joints back, but yeah, man, that's I know it sounds bad, but that's me with the sneakers for sure.
Everybody has that moment, though. I think we all sold some stuff for, like, way too low before.
But I would never, again, people, my friends know, my boys know, people used to be in my DM. No, I don't know. I'm not selling any of my shoes, ever. So do not hit me talking about e.rounds. What's up, bro? No, because I ain't selling none of my stuff. I can hook you up with some folks who might be selling theirs. I know a few sneaker plugs, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't selling none of my sneakers.
I feel you.
All right, so sneaker plugs. Do you have a sneaker plug? Are you going in the store? I know you used to, work at one of the dopest. Good Times is super dope, for sure. So I don't know if you're going there to get sneakers or like what's that looking like for you?
I don't have a sneaker plug. I am my sneaker plug.
Oh, she said, I am my sneaker plug. I am my sneaker plug.
Somebody to do something for me that I can do. Like,
period. Put some respect on her name. I feel you on that. So what are your thoughts on like sneaker plugs in general? Do you mess with them? You don't really care?
If somebody else is hustling to make money that way for you and you don't want to do it, like it's a lot of work to get what you want.
Yo,
so
it
if you
is.
got the money for that, then cool. But for me, that's part of the struggle is part of it. Like you gotta go find it for yourself. Spend the time, get on Sneakers app every day, go stand in line. Like that's part of the love for sneakers.
No, for sure. And I'm not a sneaker plug. But I got a few people. You know, shout out to my boy Shada Spence. He was on the pod too a few episodes ago, and he was trying to get some shoes, and I got them for him. It was kind of it was like the 2013 Bread ones or some junk. Like it was a super rare collab that he wanted. That I got for him. I'm not a sneaker plug, but like for my friends, I kind of go. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, you right, man. Because I tried to do that like in undergrad, but oh my Lord, that was driving me crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people always hitting me up. People want to shoot for $100. I'm like, bro, you know how much this shoe is? You want to? I mean, I know we in college, but like, bro, what do you mean? I can't get this shoe up for $100? You crazy? So like that?
Oh no, you can't do that for friends because you are gonna always run into friends and family. Gonna want that discount every time.
Y'all gems. So yeah, this sneaker plug stuff is a headache for sure. But before we transition here, Kendra, drop a personal gem about like sneaker culture as a whole.
I'll drop two. The first one, since we were talking about money, don't go broke about this. Like, what your bank account comes first. Don't go broke behind sneakers.
Yeah, don't listen to me. Listen to Kendra because I'm gonna tell you to spin. So listen.
Just spin. Like have fun, live your life, be fly, but make sure your bank account looks right. And then the other one is just, I think overall for sneakers and streetwear, like be yourself, do you. There's a lot of noise, I think, in the community about what to wear, how to wear it. Like, do you? It's your pockets, it's your money. Wear what you want to wear.
She preaching, y'all. That was definitely a gem. But now we're about to transition to my favorite part of the show, Kendra, the wild figuring life out part. You know, the sneakers is cool, but I like to, talk to people about like life and how to get through life. And, we have people on the show, obviously who's tapped into sneakers like yourself, but like we like to show people, male and female, like whatever you're doing in life, you know what I'm saying? It's a process and it's a journey. So you went to UGA. Congrats on graduating and different things of that nature. But what did you major in?
I studied management information systems.
Okay, so like, was that something that you always wanted to do, like coming up, or like, why did you pick that major?
I went into college not knowing what I wanted to do, make money. Like I told you, from a kid, I wanted to make money. Period. That's all I cared about. Lots of reasons behind that, but I just wanted to do something that was going to make sure I was stable financially. And whenever I have a family and kids, like they're good. They don't have to worry about money. So I think I wanted to be an accountant at first. That was a no. Once I got into the accounting school and the business school, I was like, no, this is not for me.
The math class started hitting different ones.
Yeah, accounting was super hard.
she was in this one like, huh?
And like I'm pretty good with school. Like I do well in whatever I choose to do, but that was just like not the lifestyle that I wanted. It wasn't something I thought I could do every single day. So I just had to think about it a little bit more, and I felt like the technology route was going to be more stable for me, but also like would have at least a little bit more excitement for what I'm going to do.
That's facts. I feel you on that. So was like UGA your dream school coming out of high school, or because if I'm not mistaken, I had a friend who went to UGA like a while back, and one day we was just like looking at like the acceptance rates and stuff. Like the acceptance rate is kind of low. So like, was that like not low like teens, but I don't want to say anything a weird number, but like I know it's below 50. I know that for sure. I think the acceptance rate is below 50. So was that like your dream school, or like was it kind of like a lot of your friends were going there? It was close to home. Like what?
It's close to home, but I didn't even want to stay close to home. I just had a scholarship, so I went there. Not my dream school at all. I wanted to go to UNC because that's Michael Jordan's school. UNC is just classic to me. So if I could go there, it was a good school, and the basketball team would be there, so I could watch the games.
Yeah, for sure.
But I didn't have a scholarship there, so at the end of the day, money made the decision for me.
I better listen to her for real. Sometimes you got to do that's a gem. Without her even really knowing it, man. Like sometimes you may have a dream school, but you got to go. If you have the opportunity and blessed enough to have scholarships, man, go to those schools that's giving you money to go to school, man. Because let me tell y'all something. Those loans are real. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're able to go to school, for free or half, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Do that, you know what I'm saying? Don't be selfish like, that school is trash. That's a no-name school. If them folks give you money, you better go.
Facts.
So no, that's definitely a gym. So I feel you on that. So, what were your like personal like do's and don'ts in college? Like coming up, from from freshman to senior year. Like, what did you learn? Through the course of that time, like, oh, this is a do. That's a don't.
Yeah. Do get involved and like be very intentional about meeting people. Like college, there's no other time in your life like college where you're around so many different types of people who are going to go in different fields and like teach you stuff through life, whether that's friendship or like professionally. Like, it's a great networking opportunity, and you'll make sometimes lifelong friendships out of it. So like, get outside of your dorm room or like live on campus, stay near campus, something. Don't go home, and be social and get involved, like join different clubs and stuff like that. Even if that's not what you did in high school, like this is an opportunity for you to turn that around and like meet new people. That was a big thing for me, and made like the next things that happened for me after college was because I got so involved. So that's a do, and go to class.
For sure. Definitely go to class.
Don't get too caught up in the social. So, like, be social. But, like, if you're too social and you're falling behind on everything, that's, like, remember what you're here for at the end of the day. Like you said, these loans, they're going to come for you. Like, you're going to have to pay that money back. If your parents are paying for it, taking out loans for you, too, like, it's going to come back at some point in your life. So, make sure you keep that, like, the reason you're here at the top of your mind at the end of the day. Go to class, get the grades you need to go get, and then that'll make it more fun for you.
Man, that's facts, man. And literally, man, I really hope y'all listening, man, because everyone who's been on the podcast who went to college says the same thing. This isn't like scripted. Like, we're not just, Kendra say this. Like, this is her own thoughts. And this is everyone else who's been on the podcast thoughts. Like, college is literally I call college a live social media. Like, it's literally like, it's people from all over the world, and especially for you going to a big school like UGA. Like, I don't even know the enrollment at that joint, but I know it's crazy. So it's like literally a social media bubble, man. So like you said, like, get out there, because you never know who knows who, and you never know who you would need after you graduate college. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may be in class with somebody who dad is you say you originally wanted to do accounting. You may be in school with somebody who dad is an accountant, be like, yo, who can hook you up or something. You know what I'm saying? So real deal, get out there, man. Like, don't be so, like, to yourself. I mean, if that's you as a person, cool, I get it. But, like, don't just be to yourself, man. I was similar to you, man. I'm a social butterfly. I'll be in college like, yo, bro, what's up? Yo, hit me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just out there, not like out there like that, but like I was out there. Like,
it was a mix for me, because like, I always cared about school a lot. Like, it was always going to come first. And I'm also a little bit reserved, but, like, I need to have my time with my friends. I need to go to parties. Like, that's important to me, being a part of clubs and stuff. But it's a mix. And when I was coming in out of high school, like, more to myself and stuff, I had to push myself to be like, nah, you need to go. Like, you have to go. It's important. Or even, like, try stuff that's uncomfortable for you.
Right. Try stuff to push you out your comfort zone a little bit.
Yeah. I got an opportunity to go to Italy, which was crazy to me.
Talk about that. Was it like study abroad or something? Or?
It was study abroad, but, like, when I did it real late in college, because as a freshman, I was like, I don't got money to do that. Yeah. Like, I have a single mother with 3 kids, and we just never had money to, like, go to Europe. That sounded crazy to me, but, like, they had programs and scholarships. I just wasn't looking into it. By the time I looked into it, I was, like, going into my senior year, and it was kind of late, and I had to maneuver some things, but, like, I got to go over there, and that changed me a little bit. Like, I was uncomfortable because I was with people I wasn't used to being around, and I was speaking a language I didn't know. But like that, I still talk about it when I'm talking to like different companies and stuff today, and everyone thinks that that's like a core thing that makes me like more, I don't know, more cultured. Like, I've had more experiences that I can talk about.
No, that's super hard, man. Like, that's super dope for sure. And like she's saying, bro, listen to this woman, man. She's dropping so many gems, man. Like, there's so many benefits of going to college. Not knocking anyone who didn't go to college, because we know college isn't for everyone, but something that she said I want to touch on a little bit too, man. Like, grades are important, man. So, like, yo, them thirsty Thursdays, like if you got a paper due on Friday and you ain't started on your paper and you trying to hit the thirsty Thursday event, you might need to sit that joint out for sure. So like grades are super important because they follow you after undergrad. For me, for example, like I'm currently getting my master's and like obviously I needed my transcript. I mean, I made a few C's here and there. I was a pretty good student as well, but like, like transcripts, people, especially like if you're gonna do like higher level education, like people look at that stuff, transcripts. Like they look at that stuff will follow you. Transcripts are your resume. You know what I'm saying? So, think about that too. So, you know what I'm saying? Like prioritize like, is this Thirsty Thursday? Is this turn up? Is this function really worth it? You know what I'm saying? Like, or should I just spend some time in my books or get on my paper? Like she said, there's nothing wrong with, socializing, going to events, but you have to prioritize and keep your grades up. So I definitely agree with you on that. You kind of touched on it a little bit, but like, what did college teach you outside of book work?
Yeah, I did touch on it a little bit, but like relationships are so important. Mm-hmm. Like I don't care what you're studying, or let's say you went to college and then you end up your music career kicks off or whatever. Relationships are always gonna matter no matter what you're doing. Fashion, music. You could be going to work for a company. You could be an artist. It doesn't matter. Like those relationships that you build with people, they matter so much. So much, y'all. I'm telling y'all. They matter, man. Like this for real. They matter, bro. For real. Like prime example. Like I'm in a similar situation where I met. I had a connection in undergrad, and I met someone in undergrad. And when I moved to Atlanta for my master's, it's kind of how I got to where I am with the studio with the podcast. Yeah. One of my friends, shout out to my boy AB, bro. That's one of the realest guys ever in the world. But, I was finishing my undergrad. I met AB in undergrad. Mm-hmm. I was moving to Atlanta to get my master's and do some other stuff. And he was like, yo, bro, when you really get your feet wet with the podcast, I got a studio for you, bro. Pull up XYZ. So I testify to you on that. Like connections and building connections are super important for sure. Facts. Anytime you need anything, like your next dentist could be sitting next to you, or somebody who's gonna help you out with your podcast. And I know he talked to me a little bit about it outside of this, but like you have people who are doing the behind the scenes for you too, that you met through just relationships and talking. So you got to get outside your box and make sure that you're building those intentionally. Yeah. And what else? What was the question?
We were kind of talking about like what did college teach you outside of book work? You kind of
said it teach me.
I got one if you need time to think. Yeah. So what I would say the biggest thing college taught me outside of book work, man, like especially if you like a similar situation with you, like anyone who goes off to school, like you have to grow up. Like you have to put your big girl and big boy socks on, strap your, you know what I'm saying? When it's 12 o'clock at night, you check your bank account, you got $2.25 and you got to eat them oodles and noodles. And you know what I'm saying? Like, so college really, 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 kind of makes you grow up a little bit. And I don't know about you, but I can kind of tell the people who kind of like went to college and succeeded a little bit. I mean, you can succeed without college. Please don't get me wrong. Absolutely. You definitely can succeed without college. But I'm speaking from a personal perspective by saying like I can kind of tell a little bit like, okay, that person went to college. I can tell by how they carry themselves, how they handle business, and this, that, and the other. So I would say that for sure.
Yeah, I would say also like it's another tip for when you're in college, but take advantage of everything. Like there's career centers and all these people that are there just to help you out, but they're not gonna come find you. Like you gotta go after it. For sure. I don't think that college taught me how to hustle. Like I was always a hustler, but like it made me get better at it.
For sure.
100%. Like I had to learn like, okay, if I want a job at the end of this, it's people getting them and I'm not getting them. Like, why am I getting rejections? Like, why are people not wanting me to do an interview? I'm not approaching the interview the way that I'm supposed to. So there's people I can talk to about that. There's practice I can get. There's people, if somebody's getting that opportunity, I could go talk to them. Like, you have to be a go-getter if you want to get what you want out of college.
No, that's facts. I like that. You got to be a go-getter. That's another gem, man. That's like gem number 1,000. Like, she's dropping plenty gems for sure. Now, before we transition here, Kendra, for like a young girl or a young guy who may watch this, who's, either going to go to college or like having a hard time about college, about like, finishing schools, drop a personal gem for somebody who may be struggling right now, maybe like, man, forget this. I'm not going back in the fall, or man, forget this. I'm about to drop out, or I'm having a hard time. So just drop a personal gem for like somebody who may be, in between, getting through college.
I would say first, everything is temporary. Like you might be down right now, but you'll be back up. You always are. Think about the last time you were down. You came back up every time. This is temporary. Like don't get stuck there. Your mentality has to be like with you. Like you have to be your biggest cheerleader all the time. Believe in yourself. If you're talking down on yourself, it's going to reflect in the circumstances that are happening for you. And the minute you change your mindset, like things are going to start working. So I would say stay positive. It's temporary. You won't stay down. And like a lot of people that you look up to, read their story and listen to how they got where they are. It didn't always work out. Like we all got to go through some of these challenges to grow from it. So,
man, that's definitely facts, man. Just to piggyback off she said, man, like, bro, like unless you were born into some, freaking super wealthy or rich family, like you're gonna experience some type of adversity, man. College,
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like out of college, you're gonna experience some type of adversity. So you gotta like program your mind and be like, okay, cool. Like this is something I live by, Kendra. I know it's kind of cliche, but I don't care. This is what I live by. Like, life, is a slow grind, but also too like don't rush the process. Trust the process. Like you said, like you got to be your biggest. It is corny, but like, I tell myself that, man, because I went through a very rough patch and when I was finishing up undergrad, and I was like, bro, I just kept telling myself, like, bro, like, don't rush the process, trust the process. And, at one point in time, I didn't even think I was going to graduate. I'm keeping the buck with you. I didn't even think I was going to.
I think we all been there.
Yeah, that's true. But no, I'm telling you, like, for real, like, I'm like, God, bro, man, look.
It's hard.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
And you got to talk to God if you believe in God.
No,
like,
for sure.
pray about it.
Tap in with the man upstairs, for real. And, like, now I'm getting my master's, bro. I'm about to be starting like a doctoral program here soon. So like, bro, you're gonna get there, man. So don't rush the process. Trust the process for sure.
Facts.
All right. So women in streetwear right now is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's super crazy. I love everything women are doing right now with streetwear. And I love women in general, and as far as like y'all really have a different eye. Like, no offense to the guys, because obviously I'm a guy, but I feel like if a guy and a girl wears a shoe, I feel like it looks how,
a little bit better.
You know what I'm saying? It does, like, no cap, bro. Like, it just look a little bit more better, bro, because y'all pay attention to like details more. Like, y'all in tune with like I said, the details. I see more women, like guys do it too, but like the more guys I see do it are really into like sneakers, but like lace swaps, like y'all, like now. A lot of the sneakers, do have like the lace swaps. Like women pay more attention to. They do the lace swaps, man. I saw a woman, man, with a turbo. I got the turbo green ones as well, but man, she put like the purple laces in them, and like the fit went crazy. So I just feel like women are going bananas right now in streetwear for sure. So let's talk about some of your favorite brands. You know what I'm saying? Like when you really want to put that drip too hard, don't stand too close. And when you want to push P, man, you want to do all that. What are some brands you currently rocking with right
now? The past several years, my closet has been overcome with Cactus Plant Flea Market, so that's number one. A whole lot of that, and it's created by a woman, Cynthia Liu. So I always support the women.
Oh Lord,
Human Made is a big one too. I'm wearing Human Made right now. Yeah. What else? Needles I like a lot. Some of the more pricey ones that I don't have too much of or like want to get more of is like Capital, the Japanese brands, Capital, Number 9 stuff, Junior Watanabe stuff, and CDG.
Oh, you tapped in, like, for real. Like, you tapped in with the fashion for sure.
Yeah. I like a lot of stuff. I need to, like, get more comfortable. Like you said, I'd be penny pinching a little bit. Like, I want to just trade stuff instead of spending. But, like, I admire a lot of different brands.
And fashion is so, today with 2022, like, fashion is literally how you express yourself. Like, fashion can be, like a mood changer or based off your mood. But, man, like, fashion is super big today. A lot of those brands you named are super dope for sure. Like, are you messing with any, like, black-owned brands right now? Or
don't put me on the spot like that.
Okay, my bad.
Let me think. I know I am.
I got you. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that for sure. But shout out to all, because we're in Atlanta, man. There's several dope black-owned businesses, man. Shout out to my boy at Collected ATL. Tate, bro, we got to do a round 2, but that's my dog. Shout out to my boy Don Eugene. He was on the podcast as well with his Dreamers brand, man. So shout out to all these people who have black-owned brands for sure.
I will call out one that I did some modeling work for, and that he's a super dope guy in Atlanta making clothes right now. Is Pasha.
Yeah, so
Pasha ATL.
Yeah, so you kind of got to it before I wanted to get there, which is cool. But because I saw it on your Instagram page, and I don't know if you noticed or not, but the woman you were in the photo with, Kayla, she was the first female guest on our podcast.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she was shout out to Kayla. Kayla's dope.
Yeah,
but
she was really cool.
Yeah, Kayla is super dope. She was when we were audio only. She was our first female guest on the podcast, man. So shout out to Kayla. But we'll come back to Pasha here in a second. So like online shopping, you like to physically go into the store? What are you?
I prefer to go in the store because I need to see how something looks on me.
That's facts.
I hate waiting for it to come.
Oh, me too. I hate that, man. I be getting that next day.
Don't fit right or it don't look right. I don't like that.
I got you. Since you tapped in with sneakers and fashion, we got to talk about this, Kendra, because this is super important. How your jeans, and I said this before, but I want to hear it from a woman's because I don't think we never talked about this with a woman. But how your jeans sit on your sneakers is extremely important. So let's talk about that a little bit. So like with you being a woman, like do you mess with like the flare jeans? Obviously I know you're a woman with like skinny jeans and stuff, but just talk about the importance of like how your jeans sit on your sneakers, because like it's more so with guys, not with women. I don't really see the issue with women because y'all don't really care. Y'all put on whatever, but you know,
whatever.
When I didn't mean it like that. Not whatever. Like this sounded bad.
I feel like for women who are more tapped into streetwear and sneakers, we tend to dress a little bit more like guys anyway.
Yeah.
I think the like trends are kind of similar. Like lately I wear more baggy, lots of pockets, stuff that sits on it right, or like it has to sit on my shoe right. That's the most important thing.
Exactly.
But I do wear like flare and stack too.
That's what I was getting at, man. Like I said, it's more so with the guys, or like just the super like skinny jeans all the time. So like,
I hate that. That's an Atlanta thing.
No,
like,
for real.
Anywhere you go.
Yo, kids, I'm gonna keep the buck with you, bro. Like I was legit though. Like I was young. I was super young. This was like when the new boys, you a jerk when they were out. So like, I kid you not. I was out somewhere. I remember what I had on. I had the They came in a pack, a playoff pack. It was it was a green and red ones that came in the pack together.
Yeah.
I had the green ones on.
Okay.
With a pair of black skinny jeans, and I had on like a graphic shirt. I was at like a function, like freshman year or something. I met this shorty. She was like, "Yo, you cool, you dope, but I can't talk to you." I'm like, "Why?" She was like, "Cause your jeans are skinny as a mug. Your jeans are skinnier than mine." So I'm like, shout out to her for real, cause like and ever since that day, I promise you, ever since that day, I'm like, "Yo, I gotta mix it up. I gotta do the stack. I gotta do the flare. I gotta do the dad jeans." So like,
what year was that? Do you remember?
This was like, man, like I was a freshman in college, probably. My bad. It wasn't when the Drake came out. It was like freshman year of college, so it was like 2015, 2014.
Oh yeah, that people were starting to transition away from like only skinny, but for a minute there, like everybody was only wearing skinny jeans.
I was a victim of it for sure, man. So shout out to Shorty, because I promise, she was like, "You are not getting my number because your jeans are probably tighter than mine."
She's a visionary.
For real. So ever since then, man, I'm like, yo, I got to mix it up, man. But I agree with you, man. Like how your jeans sit on your sneakers is super important, man. Like it's so important, man. Like. So, similar to what she said, man, kind of it's more so with guys. We got to get away from the skinny jeans. If that's your wave, I ain't telling you what to wear. She said
skinny jeans and designer sneakers. No.
Oh yeah, that's trash. That's that's probably the thing I hate about. That's probably the only thing I hate about Atlanta. Like the whole I'm talking about like 3 sizes small jeans sagging with the McQueens on. Like that's so garbage. But like. You gotta switch it up, man. Be versatile, man. Come on, man.
Following the rappers be doing it, and they do it. And
but that's why, as you said earlier, you got to be in your own lane with fashion, man. Right. Step away from Instagram, y'all trying to look like, I don't want to name drop nobody.
Baby.
You know what I'm saying? y'all trying to look like don't do that, bro. Be in your own lane, man. Because for one, which I have to realize, if that person has money, number one, you don't.
They can wear whatever they want to wear.
Exactly. So it's matter. Like, bro, like, so we gotta do better as men. But let's move on, man. So what's your favorite season to really put that drip on? Like springtime, summertime, fall time, winter time. I got mine, but I want to hear yours.
I like fall.
Facts.
There's more flexibility in what you could wear. Like, and it's too hot, you can't put nothing on because it's hot.
Exactly. Like, and I feel like, it's Atlanta heat. Ooh, boy, be smacking in the face for sure. Yeah. But and I feel like in the wintertime, in the summertime, like you said, you could just a gravity in shorts. Like, it's the only thing you can do.
It's a limit to how fly you can get. Yeah.
Exactly. But in the fall and wintertime, I say this all the time. That's who really can dress. When you got to layer up, you got to put, whatever, put a fit together, because you're in the wintertime and the fall time.
It's expensive too.
No, it is. It's definitely expensive. But I agree with you. The fall and wintertime are definitely solid. When it's concerning, putting some fits together. I was told this, Kendra, I want to hear your thoughts on this, because I've been, tapping in. As I've gotten older, man, we talked about this a little bit before we started, but my whole team are women. Sometimes we be chit-chatting, or just women in general, like women in my life, I just like to tap in with them. And this one woman told me, like, yo, bro, tap in with nude colors and earth tones. So, like, do you mess with, like the nude colors and the earth tones as well?
Yeah. I think Kanye had a lot to do with that, though.
For real?
Yeah, because when his line started being just nude and natural tones, like, you kind of saw fashion start to shift toward that. So, yeah, I like more simple, like, browns and neutral tones sometimes, but I love my color at the same time.
No, for sure. Exactly. Like, especially with the spring and summertime. I got some content I'm about to post, because I've been, before I started my podcast, Kendra, I ain't gonna lie, I was never, like, really, like, social media-ish, whatever you want to call it. When I started the podcast, people were like, you got to post more content. You got to post more content. So I'm trying to get better with, like, posting more content. So I'm about to post some content, bro. I feel like it's fire. Okay. Like, it's fire for sure. Fire for sure. So, like, and two, like, I feel like with fashion, like, now, like, I try not to be too matchy as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you big on, like, like, hat match my shoe? And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it, but, like, you kind of, do you like to play with color? I'm sure you kind of do, but I don't want to assume. But, like, do you, like, play with colors and don't really care about being too matchy or what?
It's like, I think you should match to a certain degree. Sometimes if I'm not really trying, I'll match, like, the same color. But
for sure,
some of my stuff is so colorful that you can't be too focused on it being perfect. Like, it don't need to be the same blue on your shirt and your hat and your shoes. Like, that's too much. We're not trying to.
Facts.
Have you? I don't know if you want me to name drop you, but you seen that Key Glock fit that everybody was making fun of?
Hold up, my boy Glock. Hold up. That's
we love Key Glock. We love Key Glock.
That's my dog. That's my dog, bro, for sure, bro.
100%.
What fit? I didn't see.
He was wearing What the Five, so he had like the yellow and the red shoe, right? It was like a ketchup and mustard.
Oh yeah. That was solid to me. She said, "Stop." That was solid.
No,
shout out to my boy Glock, dog. Shout out to my boy Glock. Glock be on the sneakers, man. Glock, shout out Glock. I don't care what Kendra say. Shout out to my boy
Glizz. If you ever watch this,
shout out to my boy Glizz. You're gonna be on the podcast soon too. Shout out to Glock. She said it was not it. Dang.
He be matching too much. It's like, but everything doesn't need to go. Like,
but not just my boy. I'm biased because I'm from Memphis. Glock from Memphis, so I'm biased. I love PRE, man. Don't want to talk. It's a lot of stuff going on with that right now, but we don't want to talk about that. But I feel like most rappers do that though. Like, it ain't just Glock. It's just, I feel
that's
like.
That's what I'm confused about, because do they dress themselves, or I thought they pay people to do
because I ain't gonna lie to you, because Kendra don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no smoke with nobody. So I ain't gonna name drop nobody.
Put it on me. It's not on him. He's not saying
I ain't gonna name drop nobody, but we all know, a lot of Kendra. Hey, y'all, this is Kendra. I'm not saying it's a lot of Atlanta rappers, bro, who be matching from.
I respect Gunna.
So it's not just my boy Glock. They all do it, man. We ain't gonna put Glock on the front street.
Like you said, they making money. It don't matter.
Right,
like,
exactly. So
do.
So they can kind of do what they want to do for real. But the only issue I have with that though is, like, we watch that as far as, like, I don't want to say regular people, but it's guys, we watch them like, bro, don't stop doing what these people are doing, bro. Because again, they have money, bro. They have different things going on. Not saying that you don't have things going on for yourself, but it's different, bro. Like, stop trying to look like rappers, bro. That's so irritating, bro. Like, that's so irritating. Super irritating. So, you kind of touched on it a little bit, man. But who are some of your like inspirations concerning like women in streetwear? My favorite, I swear to God, Kendra, I'm not just saying this, but lately, man, I love her for sure. She's super solid. I love the 14 she had, the Fortune 14 she had was super hard. So like that's my favorite. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a lot of women out there, but that's my Women Crush Wednesday. That's my favorite. So I don't really know. I don't really know like a lot of other women outside of her.
Yeah.
So like who are some women you tapped in? And matter of fact, the women we had on the podcast, all of them have been dope. So shout out to all the women who have been on the podcast. Y'all have been dope. So I add y'all in there with a Lately Made for sure. But who are some of your personal favorites?
She's definitely one of them. I have most of her sneakers. The 14s are the only ones I don't have, or the first one she came out with. But and I respect her mostly because she's so young too, and what she's done with Jordan Brand is like unprecedented.
She has a shoe with Jordan. She has multiple shoes with Jordan, bro.
And they're fire.
Fire. That's crazy to think about, man. That's super crazy, man.
Yeah, respect to her. Totally look up to her. Another one that worked with Jordan Brand is Melody Asani.
She hard too.
Yeah, I like her a lot. Beth Gibbs, she's the co-creator of Union with her husband, Chris. Respect her.
The Union collab is crazy.
Yeah, I have a couple Unions. Those are one of my favorites.
Yeah,
too.
I saw your Instagram like the 4. You got the Union 4s and jump.
I had 2 of the 4s, and then I have both Union 1s. That's what I'm most proud about because some things are expensive.
Yeah, one of my boys tried to get me to get them, but hey.
It's a lot, but love them. I love the boundary they're pushing. They're coming out with like the dunks and the 2s if you've seen them.
Mm-hmm.
So love Beth. Who else? Cynthia Liu I mentioned is CPFM. Yoon Ambush, she does Ambush. Who else? Early influences were like Vashti and Tiana Taylor type people.
Yeah, facts.
When I was a kid, like how comfortable they were with being a tomboy out loud and like being fly and not caring, like pushing the boundaries. They were both like a big influence for me.
That's hard for sure, man. I've said this throughout the entire episode, man. I love what women are doing right now with streetwear and fashion. I only think like it's gonna keep going up, man. So as men, please support these women, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta do our job as men to supporting them because they support us all the time. So we gotta do on our end to support them. Now we kind of talked about it a little bit. Talk about you know what you had with Kayla. What is it? Pasha ATL? So what is that? Or what was that for?
So actually, when I was working at Good Times, one of our regular customers is the creator of the brand, and he reached out to me just because he liked the way I dress and wanted me to like get involved with his brand to help promote it and stuff. So I was happy to. He is just building a Black-owned business, and I think Kayla's friends with him too. She already knew him, so from time to time we just help him out with shoots and making sure that people see his clothes.
That's super hard. How was that experience? Was it dope?
Yeah. Anything Black-owned business in Atlanta is going to be a dope experience.
Oh, that's facts, man. I can testify to that, man. Since moving here, man, I've tapped in and networked with a lot of dope Black young creatives and businesses as well. I don't remember the shoes you had on in that picture. What shoes did you have on? Do you remember?
Cool Gray 11.
Ooh, yeah. That's hard for sure. That's definitely hard. All right, so man, this young lady has been super dope, man. Thank you again to all the women who support the podcast. This young lady dropped plenty gems concerning life, fashion, and sneakers, man. So, you know, thank her for being on. But before we get out of here, we have one more ending segment here.
Okay.
I don't have a name for it yet, so we just call it the ending segment. So it contains 3 questions. You know what I'm saying? I won't just answers off the top of the dome. Try not to think too hard about these. All right. All right. So the first question I have for you is, where do you see yourself in any future endeavors you have in the next 10 years? I know it's a crazy question.
Ideally, so I you mentioned I work in a corporate space. I work for corporations right now full time, but I would like to still be doing the stuff I'm doing in tech, but like I want to be more involved in fashion in my career too. Like I've worked at stores, but making an impact, creating in fashion, however I can impact shoes and sneakers and push them forward for women. That's what I want to be doing.
That's super hard. Next question I have for you is, what are 3 things on your bucket list?
Bucket list. I want to go to Tokyo. I've always wanted to go to Tokyo. I think that's like a huge fashion destination in the world.
That's hard.
I always wanted to do that. Another one, I don't know if it'll ever happen, but I'd love to meet Pharrell.
No, don't say that. You will meet Pharrell, man.
Yeah.
Like, no, don't say if it you before you know whatever you'll meet Pharrell. That's easy.
Okay. Well,
I think you will. You don't think so?
I think I can. Yeah.
Exactly. She said, "Ooh."
Yeah.
I think I can. That's what I'm saying. So if you think you can, don't say like, I don't know. You don't know if it happened.
Well, I don't know how private or like, how much he steps out like that. But
that's true.
Meet Pharrell would be dope. I think we'll have great conversations.
For sure.
I think he's a genius.
Right.
So go to Tokyo and meet Pharrell. What's my other one? Bucket list. One of my early bucket lists was to get a house, and I'm buying a house now. So.
Yo, congrats! That's super dope for real, man. You buying a house? Sheesh, at your age, golly, that's hard for sure. That's definitely, man, in a big city like Atlanta, that's hard for sure, Kendra. Mm-hmm. Last question I have for you is, what is your next cop? And when I mean cop, obviously we're talking about sneakers. It can be new or old. What do you have your eyes on right now?
This year, I have my eyes on 2 different sneakers. The Cactus Plant Flea Market Dunk looks super crazy, like with grass on it.
Yeah, them joints go stupid.
I don't know how it's going to look on foot, though, so I really want to see that. But I'm interested in those. And then also, I have a pair of Chicagos, but they're doing the 85 version of Chicago. So, I have to try to get those. And then I'll have 2 pair of them. So.
Yeah, that's hard. All right, so before we get out of here, this is all you, man. Drop a final gem, whatever you want to say, end us out.
Final gem. I'll extend from what I already said. Be yourself. Don't let too much noise come in. Like, just do you, whatever feels right. Don't be following these rappers. Dress for yourself.
Thanks.
And go for anything. You can do it.
That was super hard. Now, shout out all your social medias, where people can find you.
It's mostly just Instagram, honestly. It is its Kendra J, KENDRAJ.
Okay. Thank you again for being on the podcast. And again, thank you for all the women who support the podcast. This has been a dope episode. Sneaker Sanctuary, while figuring life out, episode 15. We out this joint.
Sneaker Sanctuary. Logging off.